All right, man. We got first. Yeah. First off, we're gonna introduce our dog, man. This is our second episode on this podcast, the Eminem. I found a name for it. Eminem. And you know what that stands for? The Mayor Mix. That's kind of yeah. Mayor Mix, or we can do Mayor Talk. We still think about how about that? Tell us how you think about Eminem. I like Eminem, man. What do you think about Eminem?
Oh, the Mayor Mix? Nah. He said it. I was like, that's a smooth. That's smooth, bro. The Mayor Mix.
The Mayor Mix, man.
I like it. But, I mean, you just got to say Mayor Mix. I mean, you said the Eminem?
Probably just Eminem podcast.
Mayor Mix.
Yeah, Mayor Mix. But all right, let me finish introducing our dog, man. We got our dog Nigel in the building, man, for our second episode, man. You know, one of our road dogs here overseas, you know what I mean? Yeah, y'all saw him in the other video. That wasn't an official podcast, but that was one of those samples, you know what I mean? But this one is now the second official podcast episode. You know we had to bring our boy on, so hey, we got our boy Nigel in the building. Nigel! All right, tell him a little about you, man.
A little about me? I mean, met these two knuckleheads out here. Met Sam first. Helped me through a rough time in the bars. Then eventually met his brother. Be out here kicking it with him. Good times. A lot of good memories with these folks. Good friends for sure. But yeah, from Ohio, out here, airfield management, Air Force. Trying to stay overseas. A little bit older than these young bucks, but they be teaching me some things. That's all I can say, man.
All right, y'all. Now he want to bring up age and all that other stuff. I'm going to just get right into it. If y'all leave in the comments below, out of us three, who looked the oldest?
I had to shave my face.
You know what I mean? I don't want to hear none of that. You know what I mean? If they didn't see this clip or see this line before.
We obviously know who they're going to think is the oldest.
Yeah, because you just said that. But, I mean, who look. We know who the oldest is, but who physically look the oldest. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, hey, you want to call us some youngins, that's fine. You know, this dude's crippled, so I mean.
It's facts. I'll just keep telling the people to really, you know. They younger than me, but they still teach me stuff.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's likewise. Homie, go ahead, take the mic, man.
Since we talking about age, what do you think is the biggest lesson you've learned since being the age that you are at now? I know the lesson for me. I can start it off. I have to be very careful of voicing my opinion and letting people know what I think. You got to be very wise in how you time that. Because you may be right in certain situations. You may be accurate. You may be completely correct. And whatever the situation may be, the predicament. But not every time is a good time to tell people how you feel. So that's one of the biggest lessons I learned. Being at the young age of 2-1.
I could feel you there. I don't know. Being at this age, kind of, I don't know if you would say the opposite, but kind of like different from that. Basically just doing me. Put myself first. Not really caring too much. Like, if somebody don't like what I'm doing, if as long as it's for me and it ain't hurting you, like, I'm doing me. Like, relationship-wise, family-wise, big on family. Like, I'm a little older, like, family first, but if it ain't aligning with my goals and this and that, like, I'm gonna help you out when I can, but look, hey, you gotta put that boundary on your family at the same time. Relationship, work, all that, and just new people you meet. You gotta do you. You just can't be all out there too open in the public and all that.
Yeah, man. So you mentioned family, man, and out of us three, we know how big family means to us. Saying that you from Ohio. We got an inside joke that this dude claimed that he from VA as well. I don't know why, but
born in VA, raised in Ohio. I don't even know why I said Ohio, to be honest.
This dude Ohio, man, all the way. But let me get back on topic. But speaking on his family, man, do you feel like when you got here overseas, you know what I mean, was it easy or was it hard, and what were some challenges as far as to find that family atmosphere? We understand that you ain't going to find the same type of atmosphere at home, but to get that, similar feel here overseas.
It kind of was like I would just say it's like a blessing. Got here, had the new incomers briefing and all this stuff. Leadership told me and a couple of new other airmen to go to this like little cookout thing they had. Met my bro. He used to live in these dorms. Real good dude. Really homie for real. Really through him. Took a whole bunch of trips. Was here not even like maybe 2 months. Took me to Amsterdam with him and a few friends. Used to always be over his dorm chilling, drinking, just kicking back and like just having good conversation, like just deep conversation. That was like the bro for real. And then other than him, just going to the gym, hooping, playing sports. That's always a good way to meet people. But just going to the gym, met some group of people, and yeah, then became friends. And then just through them, it built and built and built, and met some cool people out here, man. It's been rough times for sure. You know, you have your lows because they ain't your real family, but at the same, you always gonna miss your real family. But they do fill in the gaps a good bit, I say, because there ain't been too many lows lately. But you know, we are in this season where people leaving. We lost a lot of friends out here, man. Like it's getting slim out here friend wise, and we getting close to our end of our time out here too. So, but I still got a good couple friends around.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up. You did highlight something. We do have a lot of people leaving. You ain't lying. There's people PCSing. You know, I know at my job we had like a ton of folk go just within a 6-month time frame. So that kind of left me, I ain't gonna lie, kind of left me in a place because a lot of people that left from me were like instructors, people that taught me, people that led me. And my response to that was essentially, now that they've left, who's going to fill their shoes? Who's going to step in and be that sort of leader, that instructor? Do you feel like you kind of have to be that for the people coming in? Do you have to be that one that reaches out, be like, look, I'll be your friend, or like I can be somebody for you? Now,
workplace wise,
it can be work. It can be simple as dorm. So like, I've definitely seen a lot of new faces around the dorm, a whole lot of new faces. Do you think now seeing all these new faces, you have some sort of responsibility or some sort of inclination to be like, all right, let me reach out to them? Because I know what it's like being that new guy around the block.
So, I mean, I hear what you're saying. It's kind of like how I said earlier. Like, I'm kind of like, I'm a little, to compare to people moving in dorms, most of them is a lot younger than me. So it's like, I don't know. I'm not really looking to be like, even if like, I'm trying to think of the best way to say it. It's like young people, I'm not really looking to like to have too much communication with them. Like, so I put it like this: my roommates, they living in the same dorm as me, so I'm very helpful for them. One of my roommates is always hitting me up. I'm at work, 5 a.m. in the morning, always hitting me up, got questions. I'm always there to answer his questions, no matter what time. However, I just got off work, this, that. Always help for him. But yeah, like as far as like I was saying earlier, like just doing me. Like if I see somebody like somebody in the parking lot, car ain't working. Like if I got the time to help you, I'm gonna help you. But hey, man, I'm out here doing me. I'm lately got a schedule I'm keeping to. You know, trying to get my sleep better, go to the gym, 12-hour shifts, trying to work, do the gym, cook, do all this, and still have like that time of like peace and happiness, like to take the stress away from work and everything. But yeah, like as far as like these new people coming in, like in the dorms, like I see you around, I look at you, but I ain't about to. I don't know. It's just a certain vibe certain people give off. Like you at the gym, you meet that homie, like y'all vibe, boom. Met you at the bar, came up, you was friendly, you was kind, you was giving off homie vibes. It just, I don't know. I'm at an age where really I'm antisocial for one, so I'm not just gonna go up to everybody. Like you gotta give me them homie vibes, or you gotta really look like you in need. And I'm like, all right, I gotta put my time aside and go help this person out. But other than that, as far as work, kind of how you were saying, a lot of people leaving, a lot of people coming in. We got a lot of younger guys coming in. They've been telling me I need to be one of the leaders and take over that role of like I'm now certified to train people and all this. So I'm not saying it's something that I would look to do, but it's something I'm gonna have to do. So I'm gonna see how it goes. It's gonna be a new experience for sure.
Oh yeah. You highlighted something that I also think is, important for people to have in their schedules, and that's just taking time away to kind of find your own peace. Get away from the work. Get away from the things that life brings and throws at us, but find places where we can just be ourselves, relax a little bit. What are some of the things that you do personally to kind of be in that mindset, be in that place of like, all right, I'm at peace? And it doesn't have to be like you sitting there, crisscross applesauce, saying, like you ain't got to do all that, If that's you, that's you. But what does that look like for you?
Very simple for me. Like come home from work, make my food, go to the gym. It really is mainly a lot of gym time, to be honest. Go to the gym, and every now and then I try and go hoop with the bros, but I'm a big going to the gym and playing basketball by myself, just trying to catch the gym when it's empty. That is the most beautiful thing. An empty gym, headphones in, music going. That's one of the most beautiful things in the world, man. But doing that, that's like, I get that in. Day is peaceful. Do that on like bad days, down times in life. Just going to the gym, hoop, just being in the gym out my room. That's probably the biggest one. But gym, playing the games. Lately, one of my older brothers, he's on the game a lot, so he's in the States. And that's just on the game with him, talking to him, seeing how he's doing, checking on him, all that on the daily as of lately. But playing the game, going to the gym, and kicking it with y'all for real from time to time whenever we can, whenever work allows us to.
Yeah, bro. You mentioned the gym a lot, man. You mentioned the gym a lot. So it sounds like that gym is like an escape or like a therapy for you. You know what I mean? And for a lot of us at home, especially us three, gym is definitely like a therapy because it gets our minds off or it gets that stress off our body, or we can put it towards something that's not towards something negative. You know what I mean? It's building us. So when you don't have that escape or that therapy, you know what I mean, to go to the gym or to hang out with the bros, or you know what I mean, what is your alternate, or what do you do in that scenario? Like, what if you have no other options? What is your backup if you ain't got no backup? You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard. That's kind of difficult question, but
You saying like if I can't go to the gym, I can't hang with the bros?
yeah, what if your escape options or your therapy options?
I mean, so for me, for the longest, like when I first got here, I used to not go to the gym. I work out in my room, push-ups, sit-ups, I'm big calisthenics, so all I need is my room. I work out in my room. Like I said, play games. Got my older brother on there, talking to him, checking on him and the family. If not that, big anime fan. Sit back, watch me some anime, man. If not that, I got some shows too. Snowfall. I hope we got some talk about some Snowfall one of these episodes, man. They did my boy dirty at the end, man.
He don't even watch Snowfall, man. I seen the last episode. I understand. Dog. Yeah, we'll talk about that one. That joint.
That hurt. That ending hurt.
Listen, man.
That hit deep.
That was a great ending. With us being, us three being athletic and me being the best athletic person in this podcast, what is some things you feel like, what are some goals you got in the gym, personal life, or anything?
Personally for me, gym wise is one of my like goals I always shoot for is like whenever I go on like a running day, try and shoot for like around 10 flat. I want to say I cracked 10 flat. One of these like a while ago, like probably like a month after I finished my PT test, cracked like 950, 940 something. But like, yeah, just having a nice run time, and then being able to stand in the mirror, feel good about the way you look. No really like going to the gym trying to hit like max out this, max out that. Really, for me, it's just my run time. That's my biggest thing. Because if I'm in the gym, it's calisthenics, push-ups, sit-ups, and this. As of recently, with me being old, the doctors told me you can't be doing all them push-ups. You out here, you busting through your shirts and stuff. So,
Oh my God.
slack off on the push-ups and all that. God. I got bad shoulders, bad neck. He said, hey, man.
Y'all in the comments, y'all let me know how much I believe that one, man. Because it should be 0. From 1 to 10, 0. But so what's some personal goals you got? I know it's not January 1st, you know what I mean? But what are some personal goals you got?
Like not even with the gym?
Not even with the gym.
Personal goals? Personal goals, they kind of like battling each other, I guess I want to say. Money management and trying to see as much as overseas as I can before I leave, which trying to save money, but at the same time still trying to get out there and go see some stuff, which I'm finding a balance to it. It's working out. It's a slow and steady thing, which not a very patient person, but it's something I'm learning to be patient with that.
Yeah, man. So you mentioned traveling, man. So me and Sam talk about all the time some travel spots and all that other stuff. What's some spots out here that you want to travel but you haven't been to?
Man, just going off of places I done seen friends go. The list is long. And that's why I'm like, I gotta balance. I can't do too much, but I got places like Prague, Italy, Spain, Paris, UK. It was one place you was at for a minute. It might have been Prague. You was there, and it kind of was like near a beach. I want to say there was like a Rolling Loud near y'all and everything.
No, that was Portugal.
Portugal. Prague.
Yeah, Portugal.
Greece, and that's probably about it for me. All of those, but that's a long list when you looking in that wallet and you looking at them prices of that flight, this and that. But there are some cheap flights on here, like Ryanair. I have yet to take a Ryanair flight. That's something I need to get on, man.
One of the things I don't know why this made me think of this, but you was just hitting on like these places I want to go. There's money that I'm trying to save. I also got these personal goals that I'm trying to achieve. I was just thinking of this today while I was, at work, just studying, doing my own little thing. And I just see all the time people constantly create these sort of, lists, these bucket lists. Oh, I want to do this, this, and this, and this. But I also want X, Y, and Z as well. And one of the things I think us as young men need to focus on, because he's like 40. One of the things I think us as young men need to really do is actually prioritize our priorities. We make these lists all the time. I do it too. I do it all the time. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like, I need to save money. I want to pay my car off, or I want to make sure I have a nice little setup. I want another camera. I want, more ring lights. I want more microphones. I want all these things, but I need to prioritize the actual priorities in my life that is going to last long term, not just for the next year. We're talking next 5, 10, 15 years.
I mean, on that, I'll throw this in there. So making the list and all this and that, like, yeah, that's what everybody do. I'll say for me personally, like, still like prioritizing like what really needs to be put first and everything. But for me, honestly, I'll say this, like making those dream lists, or specifically shopping cart for like what clothes and shoes I want. For me, it's kind of like a window shopper thing. Like, for me, it's like I put it in that cart, make the list, and I can just look at it. Like when I get to that point, I want it. But it's like a good feeling. Like I do it, and I'm done thinking about it. Like I made the list, and I looked at it like, damn, that's a good outfit. I can't wait to buy it. But I ain't gonna buy it. But I made it. It looks good. Exit off the app. But it's like a good feeling for me. Like I make those lists, but I'm not pursuing those lists. I'm still, balancing, saving money on this. But it's just good to like go in there every now and then and look like that goal is right here. Have these other priorities been checked off? But damn, that's a good looking goal. I can't wait to get to it. Just look back, like Christmas presents. Like, can't wait for December 25th. Your mama, you better have them grades good. You better get through this Christmas break. But looking at that Christmas tree every day, like, I can't wait to see them presents, man.
Like, sort of motivation.
Yeah. I'm gonna for sure look. One thing, I'm gonna catch this fight this weekend.
Who you got for the fight?
I don't know. I don't even know. I've never watched either of them fight. It's crazy. I've never caught a Gervonta Davis fight, but I don't know.
Never watched either one of them fight.
UFC only for me, cause. But this is like a big boxing fight, though.
Brother, me and this, bro. But these dudes been talking for years, bro. I think it's like 3-4 years, bro.
I didn't even know the beef was that long.
But it wasn't even beef. It was just to make it happen. I guess it was beef, but it was just Ryan Garcia just egging Davis on or Tank on.
Who dropped weight class to match with the other dude?
Ryan Garcia dropped his weight to meet Gervonta Davis. You know what I mean? But hey, and then he was telling all these lies about him only eating 3 days a week and all this other stuff.
Who only eating?
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah. Is that bad? Like for a boxer or something?
Eating
3 days a week. 3 days a week. I had to think about it.
3 days a week as a boxer, and you working out 2 or 3 times a day,
some
bro.
wrestlers, they be doing some brutal stuff.
Bro, that's crazy. But I mean, he was telling lies about that. But I mean, who you got? Let's go from there. Who you got this weekend?
I ain't gonna lie, I can't even pick. I'm hoping it's a good fight. Like with the recent Adesanya and Odu fight. I wanted Adesanya to win, but like I always wanted it to be a good fight. I don't want it to be something I didn't work to get to pull up on my screen and boom, knockout over. I'm like, I done stayed up 3 a.m., 4 a.m. for this. Like,
listen, that's exactly how I felt for that Jones fight, bro. Man, I was up to like 6, 7 in the morning, and then boom, he knocked him out in the first round, or choked him out in the first round. I said, this dude a punk. Dude is a punk. You know, I can't really talk too much. 'Cause if I was in the ring with them, I would hold my ground, but it wouldn't be for long. It would not be for long with them.
Since being over here, it's I can think back to really the only like sporting event that we stayed up. I had to stay up late for, and I wasn't upset about. I only relate back to that Super Bowl we just had because that was a dog fight. That was back and forth, but like that was one where I stayed up and like usually if I'm staying for a sports event, it's like I'm up for it, but I'm fighting sleep to stay awake and watch this thing. But that Super Bowl, I couldn't fall asleep on that one. They scored again. Like, all right, I'm up. Like, yeah, it's tough to get a good one to come on, and it's not a quick finish or a blowout or something. Like I want to say the NCAA championship recently, basketball. I think that was a blowout.
The women's one or the men's?
The women's one, I was up for that one. I was up for that one.
Bro, the hype behind the women's one was crazy.
Way better than the. I think I fell asleep on the men's. I fell asleep on the men's.
Yeah.
I
knew it
bored.
was when the men's one.
The women's one, I was up for that one.
Yeah. Two dogs.
What is it? Light skin Ice Spice or whatever. LSU Ice Spice.
Oh, she put up like 20 something. I think it was. I think she
Torching them. From
yeah, she was getting at him.
She got the blonde hair, the curly blonde hair. Was just throwing that thing from 3-point.
Yeah, I know.
She was killing. She was killing.
I was bored.
That's crazy. They compared her to Ice Spice, but
Hey, I heard. I was like, it's catchy. That's what everybody's calling it. It's catchy. That's what she done blew up over that one.
trailing back to the whole fighting thing. What do you think is the worst way to go out? Not even talking. We're not talking octagon. We're not talking a boxing ring. Let's say you out. Somebody gets hostile towards you. What's the worst way that you can get like beat up or knocked out in your opinion? I know mine. If I get slapped and go to sleep off of a slap, I'm oof. Nah. And it's on camera. I think that's the worst way for me personally.
I mean, you saying worse, but the only thing I can think about is the most sad way. Somebody sucker punching yourself. Like, I can't think of the worst way. I only can think of the saddest way. Like,
but then you got that excuse. Like, if somebody sucker punch you, it's like, okay, you sucker punched him. You caught him while he wasn't even paying attention. You didn't even square up with him. But I'm talking like you square up with dude, and like he slaps you in the face, and you knocked out off of a slap.
I mean, thinking about that, I only can think. I don't know. In person, like actual fight, like not some organized thing. I only can think back to something that happened back in high school. I had this dude, it was my homie, my boy, going around school the whole day. I'm about to knock dude out. Oh, when I see him, little stocky dude, I'm my homie. I'm like hood dude to him. Like, hey, we about to see some good stuff at the school. Other dude, I think he was a Hispanic dude, but like he had some athletic build to him, so it was like. But it's my homie. I'm like, homie, stop. And my homie used to box too. I'm like, he got him. Boy, whole school pulled up to my neighborhood. We in the parking lot. But he hop out the car. Little short, little stocky dude took his wife beater off. I'm like, swoop, slapped him. I was like, no, my homie. Oh, man. But I think like to go your whole day talking that mess and then to right off the back, whoosh, quick knock him. I was like, we helped him up, but I was just like, we ain't gonna joke about it right now, but boy, we gonna talk about this one.
Those are the ones that be getting knocked out, bro. That's why I think Ryan Garcia gonna lose because
he been doing the most talking.
The most talking.
I thought it was Davis.
No,
Davis usually looked like a talker. Like,
nah, he ain't a talker, man. I mean, I guess. Nah, I don't really. Compared to Garcia, bro, he's not that much of a talker, bro. Garcia, he gonna talk, and then he gonna keep believing in his lies that he keep promising and all this other stuff. Like this dude just said that he gonna bet his whole purse.
Yeah, I was about to say,
come on, man.
Hey.
Like you know daggone well you ain't betting your whole purse on this fight.
I want to know if they signed a contract for that, like to make it official.
He ain't signed no contract.
He said it in the video. He was like, "Let's sign a contract."
Come on now. He one of them dudes where it's like. I don't know. I ain't gonna say a homeboy, but like one of them dudes where they keep believing they lie. They lie.
If Garcia win, you think Tank would give him the whole purse?
No.
So you think it's both ways? Neither of them would get a whole purse.
But no. But the thing was though, Tank put the bet out for him. You know what I mean? Do I think Tank? Yeah, I see where you're going. No, but at the same time, Tank used that to see if he gonna believe in his lie as far as Garcia. Because Garcia, he just talking at this point, bro. You can tell with somebody when they just talking, they just chatting. That's what we say. When they just chatting just to chat.
See, not knowing much background about the fight and like hearing like about the details of the fight. No, I ain't gonna lie. Like, y'all asked me who I want to win. I'm an underdog guy, and it's kind of sounding like Garcia the underdog. So I'm all for my brothers and all, but I'm an underdog dude. I love to see the little dude or the most counted out get that dub, but I don't know. It sounded like I might want to see. I want to see a good fight. I don't even know.
Yeah,
Garcia,
I definitely think it's gonna be a good fight, man. L.A. and Vegas got Garcia winning, but I mean,
I feel like that's because his size and weight, though.
I mean, we'll see, bro. I still got Tank all the way, bro. I say eighth round.
Have you seen any of them fight before?
Yeah,
I ain't seen none of them fight before.
yeah.
So I really don't know what I'm gonna see.
Garcia fighting in the Olympics. He was doing that, or he tried out for Olympics, something like that. And then the Tank been fighting for a good minute. It's Tank versus Cruz was one of like the best fights, in my opinion, that Tank fought. Like Cruz was putting in that work and Tank was putting in that work at the same time. But I still got Tank all the way, bro. Especially he got that experience. He got 4 years on top of Garcia. You know what I mean? And he's been and Tank been in more prime fights than Garcia. Like, this is Garcia for real, first prime fight he ever fought. You know what I mean? So he really just doing this for the bread, bro. If you're being honest, he's doing for the bread. He is. You can't. Yeah, that's why he been begging for this fight, because he know how much status is on this man Gervonta Davis. How many people know this man Gervonta Davis? And this dude Ryan Garcia is just an internet star.
What if Garcia win though? Then
we
how
all
does
the
that
critics
benefit Garcia? Like, you done knocked out Davis.
Yeah, it will help him. Yeah, it might be a part 2. Yeah.
You think he would want a part 2, or he'd be like, I knocked you out one time.
I don't think he'll want a part 2, but if he does,
that,
it's gonna be because of money again. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be a fight, bro. This Saturday is gonna be a fight. Tomorrow,
me lean a little bit more towards the underdog. Like, hey man, I like the underdog, man. Even if he talking and all that, they got the negative things to say about him. Like, I want to see the underdog. Let us see an underdog win, man. Of course. Unless it's somebody like, that's the heartfelt favorite, Adesanya. Didn't want to see him win. Wanted to see him get old buddy back. That was for sure. Yeah.
It felt good to see him knock him out. It definitely, that celebration to me is probably the best part of that whole, like the knockout was one thing, but that Selly pulling them arrows back, bow, bow, bow. And then he mimicked what his son did to him.
Hey, petty.
Yeah, dog. I'd be petty too.
Hey, petty.
I'd be petty too. I'd definitely be petty too. One thing I've always questioned though is like, especially when we're talking about, combat sports. How do you, after fighting a guy, I guess this is just the respect of the sport, but how do you go from talking all that mess, saying some really foul stuff about the individual, sometimes getting so personal that you bring up the individual's, parents, children, wives, getting into the ring, knocking each other's heads loose, then after the fight, hugging all that stuff out? I don't get it personally. Because there's no way you're going to talk all that mess about my family, about me, without me, of course, putting in the work in the ring. There's no way I could be cool with you afterwards. I'm not going to let what you said go. It would take time for it to happen, for me to let it go, but not immediately after the fight.
I feel like it's how you said at the beginning. It's like, what the phrases you use, like respect to the game or sport or something. Or, it's like that, but like I feel like it's to a certain extent, because like, it's certain dudes, like mainly when you said all that, person came to mind, Conor McGregor. I know he done like pissed a couple dudes off to where it's like, that's like real beef. But a few of them dudes, what I was gonna say is like, I feel like for certain people that talking they do is like to build up that hype for the fight. Like, I feel like it ain't all real, because I don't know. It's certain dudes who say certain stuff that's like, that's some real beef. Like, these dudes hate each other, but some of that I feel like, it's Hollywood. You gotta sell to, you gotta build up that price of your fight, how much your winning's gonna be and all that.
Yeah, and I can give you a good comparison, bro. Muhammad Ali, yes, he was a great boxer, but he was also a great trash talker, bro. So just having that trash talking part of the game. It's just like the NCAA game for women. Like they was trash talking back and forth. You know what I mean? And that built the hype for the
It's
game.
just that you can't
It
see
made
you can't see.
she did a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, bro, it was that trash talking or that competitive nature builds the hype for the game or for the fight or any sport, bro. That's why they do that before the fight or even after the fight or during the fight or during the sport. You know what I mean? Because it gives that competitive nature. And people love seeing that. Us TV watch or us sports watchers love seeing that. Like, we want to see a competitor. We don't want to see somebody shaking their hand or being cool all the time. Before the fight, nah, not really, man. We want beef. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. From a football player, like, it was beef. Beef. No pork. You know what I mean? So it was like we wanted all smoke before the game. Like, that was the person across that line of scrimmage was our enemy. We had to dominate every single play, every single down.
I figured. I seen like this video recently. I think it was Paul Pierce doing like he's on the show, the Brandon Marshall show. It was just Brandon Marshall, Paul Pierce, Shady McCoy, and Jackson from the Eagles. Paul Pierce was giving a story about how I think Jakeem Noah was at the free throw line with Kevin Garnett, and Jakeem Noah was just telling Kevin Garnett like, "Oh, bro, you my biggest fan. I had your poster on the wall." KG, I don't know if y'all know much, but KG, like, that's one of the NBA players with like the biggest dog. And Paul Pierce said KG looked to this man, told this man, "If you don't get off my nuts," like he said it a little worse than that, but just was like, "Yo, dog, like, just hit him on some stuff that's like, bro, the game is going. Like, you're not about to tell me I'm your biggest fan during the game. Like, bro, kill all that." And then not even him, Kobe Bryant, he liked that too. I remember it was an Olympic game, him versus Paul Gasol. It was in the documentary on Netflix. He's like, first play of the game, will run through his chest. Like, once that whistle blow, like, I don't care who on the other side. Like, boy, we knocking heads. Like, I'm trying to get this dub. I'm trying to go home and tell my wife I got the dub. My kids, I got the dub. I ain't trying to come home to an L.
Because the theory behind it, bro, is for the opponent to get personal. Because once they get personal, their mindset is not focused on the game. They're trying to get at you specifically and not trying to get that bucket or get that score or get that success for the team.
They become less calculated, more emotional.
Yep. That's why they do that. That's why they bring that competitive nature, because they want you to get out your element. They want you to focus on that specific person on the opposite side of the team and not on the end goal of winning. They want you to be an individual instead of a team player. That's why. That's the theory behind it.